in the qualifier 1 and the qualifier 2, and this season he could not make the playoffs. So there's a problem in the big matches for Rishabh Pant, the captain. What do you think, Shubhayan? Shubhayan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
It's a bit patchy, but yes, I can hear you. So the question is on Rishabh Pant, right?
Rishabh
And
Pant, his
his
captaincy
rise
record.
in Indian cricket as a captain.
Correct, yes.
Yes, Nikhil, life changes so quickly in international cricket, especially back in 2020. Rishabh Pant was warming the bench after enduring a poor run of form across formats, and now skip to 2 years forward, and you will see Rishabh Pant leading the Indian team. So life changes pretty quickly, and you could see that overwhelming attitude, the happiness in Rishabh Pant. When he was named as the captain, he addressed a press conference yesterday, and clearly I did ask him whether there will be any change in approach and how the Indian cricket team plays T20 format. Because if you remember, when Rohit Sharma took over as captain, he did say that India will look to create their own identity in this format, and Rishabh Pant did say that India the fans will witness something different from how Indian cricket has been playing in this shorter format of the game. So I'm expecting. See, the pitch is not going to be. I don't think it is going to be a belter of a batting track. But yes, if you see that sort of approach right from the word go, where there's clear intent in the power play, and then you maximize in the middle and death overs, you are going to see a good foot step forward. And talking about Rishabh Pant as captain, you talked about this season, and if you remember that final match of Delhi Capitals, he did make a big blunder. And Rishabh Pant accepted that he has made mistakes as captain, and he wants to learn from those mistakes and become a better captain, better leader going forward. And he's a standing captain as of now. He's not even the first choice vice captain in the team. But 2 seasons in IPL as a captain, it is enough for someone to grow, mature into this leadership role. And when you have so many senior players, see, it's not a first team Indian team, but still they have some senior players among them, be it Bhuvneshwar Kumar, be it Hardik Pandya, be it Dinesh Karthik. They have that bunch of senior guys in that unit. So it will be interesting how Rishabh Pant manage those players, because for Delhi Capitals he has done decently, but this is going to be the next step forward for him in his career.
Right, Shubhayan. Thanks for your inputs. It's interesting you talk about his stint at the Delhi Capitals, because if you see the numbers, he hasn't taken Delhi Capitals to victory, but he has the best record in terms of win percentage for Delhi Capitals. I was seeing the numbers. Rishabh Pant has a win percentage for 55% for Delhi Capitals, which is higher than Virender Sehwag, who's at number 2, and Shreyas Iyer, who's at number 3. So he has, although there's a disappointment of not winning in 2020 and the disappointment of this season, but he has done well for Delhi Capitals being the captain. But the question I want to ask you, Shubhayan, is this. Is Rishabh Pant the best choice to lead India? Could India have taken a gamble, a calculated gamble, and given the captaincy to Hardik Pandya, given what he achieved with the Gujarat Titans and the mistakes Rishabh Pant made, the blunder he made not taking the DRS in the match against Mumbai Indians, which was a knockout match. Also, the antiques against Rajasthan Royals for which he was criticized. So do you think Hardik Pandya, who has shown maturity, absolutely stunning, debut season for Gujarat Titans, great leadership, Hardik Pandya could have been given the captaincy instead of Rishabh Pant? What do you think?
See, as a captain, I still think it's my personal opinion. I still think Rishabh Pant has some way forward to go in the leadership role. He's still not a polished leader. I'm not talking about on-field captaincy, but as a leader to lead and guide the unit. Is not there as of now. But in the next couple of years, if he continues to lead the sides, be it Delhi Capitals, be it the Indian team in parts, then I think we'll see a better captain. Everyone improves with time. Hardik Pandya, I'll come to Hardik Pandya. He was the first choice, and I can tell it with absolute assurity. He was the first choice to lead India in this series because KL Rahul and Rishabh Pant were not sure shot to be in this play in this series. But then the selectors said that okay, we'll have KL Rahul and Rishabh Pant, at least a couple of guys from that leadership group which Rahul Dravid has created along with Rohit Sharma. Jasprit Bumrah is another name, but they have all have been rested. So had not been Rohit Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah would have been leading the side. But then again, both of the players were rested. So KL Rahul and Rishabh Pant were the last minute inclusion in this squad, and hence KL Rahul, who has led India before as well. He was named the captain, and Rishabh Pant was his deputy. And when the news came in yesterday that KL Rahul has been ruled out, so it was a very automatic choice to give Rishabh Pant the captaincy, because officially on paper you have named him as the vice captain. So if they had made Hardik Pandya the captain suddenly, it would have not looked good from the outside. So I think they went with Rishabh Pant, and I'm pretty sure not only Hardik Pandya but the senior guys in Bhuvneshwar Kumar also are also going to help. Yuzvendra Chahal is another experienced name who is also going to help Rishabh Pant. So there's lot of senior players, even Rahul Dravid, Paras Mamre, the coaching staff. Even last evening after the practice session, the batting coach Vikram Rathod, Rahul Dravid, head coach Hardik Pandya, and Rishabh Pant, these four were having a long, lengthy chat beside the central pitch. So there's going to be a lot of guidance for Rishabh Pant. It's not like he's going to be a lone warrior alone in the field. But yes, if you have to ask me, he still has a couple of years to go to become a polished captain, a polished leader.
All right. One of the differences I've noticed in Pant and Hardik is that, Hardik has shown immense maturity in tough situations, very cool and calm temperament, much like MS Dhoni, who was his hero. Pant has been a bit, he's more of the Virat Kohli mold, very aggressive, at times over-aggressive. We saw against Rajasthan Royals. Slightly short on tactics and strategy, as we saw against Mumbai Indians, the blunder of the DRS. Another big thing about Rishabh Pant I'm seeing is that his big match temperament. He's not raising his game in the big matches. Personally, against Mumbai Indians, the 39 of 33 was a poor knock, although they had lost early wickets. Still, according to me, it was a poor knock for Delhi Capitals against Mumbai Indians. Also, he led the Delhi Ranji team to the 2017-18 final but lost. In 2021, they made it to the playoffs after topping the table, but they lost the qualifier 1, they lost the qualifier 2. So they are losing. They again lost a big knockout match against Mumbai Indians in 2022. So I am seeing Rishabh Pant, the captain, faltering at the big stage in the matches which matter the most. Whereas Hardik Pandya, against all odds, debut season, has shown tremendous big match temperament, taking his team to victory. And this big match temperament is something, Shubhayan, India needs. We haven't won a major ICC trophy since 2013 in England. So what do you think? Isn't Hardik Pandya, shouldn't he be fast-tracked, much like Graham Smith was for South Africa? Can't he do, after Rohit Sharma, don't you think Hardik Pandya has those qualities and this is the time to promote him?
I've seen Hardik Pandya, without a shadow of doubt, the kind of captaincy he showed in this IPL, and even we discussed it, during our IPL preview before the tournament started, that Hardik Pandya, he could turn out to be a great captain, or it could go completely bust. But he turned out to be a great captain. But we have to see the environment of both the teams as well. When you go to Gujarat Titans, you will have a laid back Ashish Nehra, who recently in an interview said that it's not important for Hardik Pandya to go on the field with the pressure of bowling 4 overs. So Ashish Nehra and his coaching staff, took that pressure of Hardik Pandya, which helped him excel on the field, and leadership wise. We all know that he has played under Virat, Rohit, MS Dhoni. He has played under different sort of captains, and that kind of maturity. He has been a big match player for India for a while, for many years now. And Hardik Pandya, you saw that maturity when he was leading the side. He gave confidence to the likes of Riddhiman Shah, Shubman Gill, David Miller, Rahul Tewatia, so many players in that Gujarat Titans camp. But can he do the same with the Indian team? That's a big question mark. Of course, he has shown absolute maturity with his leadership skills. But the kind of ecosystems both the camps have, they are very different. Right now, see Hardik Pandya, we have seen his captaincy, we have seen his tactical astuteness. He has been absolutely brilliant, the best captain in IPL with by a good margin. But in Indian camp, it's a different pressure altogether, because remember, it is a comeback series for Hardik Pandya, and for him right now it would be that, to get into that finisher's role again, to get bowling at least a couple of overs every match, and gain that confidence back in the Indian jersey. If he can do that, maybe in future, maybe in Ireland, maybe in the series against West Indies, we might see him lead India in future.
Okay, that's a fair point, fair enough. But for Pant, I think this series is a make or break in a leadership role. Personally, that's what I feel. If he does not perform well, if India does not win, I don't think we'll see Rishabh Pant in a leadership role, although he'll remain one of the most talented batsmen we have. So I think it's a make or break series for Rishabh Pant, the captain. Having said that, I think he'll be, very inspired and motivated, Shubhayan, given that he's playing, at his home ground where he grew up. The crowd will be behind him. He's a local boy. What is the atmosphere around, Pant, the local boy being playing here? He's also excited. He's spoken about it. What is the buzz you are getting around the stadium?
See, right now, I didn't see many fans outside the stadium, given the scorching heat we are at the moment we are having at the moment in New Delhi. But after the show, I'll go outside and roam around a bit, and talk to a few fans as well. And I'm pretty sure, it being his home ground, he's going to have tremendous support from the fans. Even when he walked into the press conference room, there was a quite cheer for Rishabh Pant by the local reporters here, who know Rishabh Pant from a few years now. So you could sense that happiness among all the DDC staff, the staffers working in the stadium, that Rishabh Pant, the local boys, is going to lead India at his home ground. So it's a great milestone in Rishabh Pant's career, but the journey, the tough journey starts now, and he has a lot to learn if he has to do well.
Absolutely. Do you think, Rishabh Pant and Hardik Pandya in the leadership role, do you see any tactical changes? I personally think they will go all out. The top three will go all out in the power play, continuing the template set by Rohit Sharma from the New Zealand series. I think that's what we're going to see, and India needs to do that. India needs to catch up with other teams like England, go all out in the power play. Also, it will be interesting to see how they use Hardik Pandya, the batsman, at number 5 or number 6, or will they bat him at number 4? Dravid wants him to play the role of a finisher, but he excelled for Titans at number 4. Also, will they use Ravi Bishnoi if he's in the 11 in the power play? All these will be interesting tactics. What are you expecting?
See, right now I want Hardik Pandya to play as a finisher. See, at number 4, he has no place when Surya Kumar Yadav, when Virat Kohli, the guys, big guns, return to the Indian team. So I want Indian team to stick to the plan which they are seeing for the future. For number 4, you have Shreyas Iyer. For number 5, you have Rishabh Pant. For number 3, you have someone like Deepak Hooda, who has batted at number 3 for Lucknow Super Giants. So I don't want, the Indian team management to confuse Hardik Pandya at the moment, and be very clear with the role he's going to play in the future as well.
All right. Okay, so, thank you, Shubhayan, for your valuable inputs. We'll connect again with you when we do a comprehensive preview at 6:30. That was Shubhayan Chakravarti, joining us from the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi. In the scorching heat, he's lucky that he's inside the, press box. That's it for us for now. It remains to be seen how Rishabh Pant leads Team India in this 5-match series. As I said, it is a make or break series for Rishabh Pant, the Indian captain. If he wants a future in the leadership role, anything but a win for India in the series will go against him. So therefore, a big test, a litmus test for Rishabh Pant. Also, it will be interesting to see, how Hardik Pandya, the vice captain, the inputs he gives Rishabh Pant, and how the two very, very aggressive personalities and very aggressive batsmen and players, come together in the leadership role at the helm for India in this series. We'll be back at 6:30 with a comprehensive and detailed preview of the first T20I between India and South Africa from the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi. For all news, please subscribe to News 9 Sports. We give you analysis of all the leading sports from across the world. For now, thank you and goodbye.